What's going on, friends? Welcome back to another video. This one's going to fall under the budget-friendly segment and the used car segment that I plan on bringing to you, this marking the second car of that segment. Before I continue on this video, I wanted to talk about the 2023 Civic video I posted. I know the audio quality on that one isn't the greatest. That's because Chicago had a lot of winds yesterday, so I tried to suppress it as much as I can. But going forward, it will keep getting better because, as you know, I'm still new at this, so I'm gonna figure out things together with you folks and bring you content. But to compensate for all of that, I'm gonna do another video on the 2023 Civic, either the sport trim or any other trim, to bring out with the same audio quality that everyone liked in my first video. Going forward, what is that? This thing is a universal proof of reliability, great fuel economy, and when the rubber meets the road, it takes you places. This is a 2013 Toyota Corolla LE. I'm bringing this for anybody that is in the market for a compact used car that, one, does not want stress for another 8 to 10 years, even though this car is 10 years old itself, and also don't have to worry about issues that you might end up dealing with any other used car. We are looking at a silver paint. It has aged super well. This is one of the cars in my household. It is a backup car. I might get rid of it sometime soon, but nobody really drives it, but we have it because we've had it since 2013. So there's really no point of getting rid of it because you're not getting any harm of keeping if you want a backup car if you have people in household that you end up might using this car for. Or if you're looking for in today's age, when the gas prices are super high, you don't want to go into a hybrid and you only want to spend maybe $10,000, $12,000. This is one of the best options that you could probably shortlist. If not shortlist, just go right ahead and buy it. I gave you the verdict even before showcasing the entire review, because I know if anyone's watching or looking for Corollas in that price point, yeah, you will not beat what you get when it comes to Toyota Corolla, right? 2013, a little history of Toyota Corollas in general, right? So Corolla, we know you'll find this in any place of the world. People are still riding like a charm in their Toyota Corollas. 2013 is one of the redesigned models that carried over from 2011. This type of design came out in like 2008, and then they did a refresh with like crystal lights and stuff in 2011. This is part of that in 2013, and then the Corolla got redesigned to 2014. My preference, I prefer this design over the 2014, but let me know if you think otherwise or if you own one of those and how much you like it. Overall, I think in terms of space, everything would have been fine. This is the LE trim with a bunch of options that makes it look like as if it could be an XLE trim, but Corollas did not have XLE trims back then too. So you have $12,000 and you want a used car, and it's okay if you get a compact car, then Corolla should be on your list for sure. You could see that if we're coming into the front, it's aged pretty well. Silver color always ages well because it shows less scratches, less dirt on it. So if you have a color preference in going for a used car, I think you should look out for a silver color because it will look newer than the other colors. Up front, we get fog lights. We get no chrome absolutely outside of the Toyota emblem and maybe a strip or two on the grille. Nothing crazy outside of that with the halogen lights, but crystal, so they look nice and shiny. You can also toothpaste clean them if you get an old car like that. Over here on the wheels, we're talking about 16-inch 5-spoke. The design of it is phenomenal because it's aged well, right? So it looks good. And that's what you want in a car within this segment, that it always looks nice and ages well. On the side, we could see absolutely no chrome, and that is so beautiful because back then, if a premier car was to be out, it would give you that chrome windowsills, the chrome door handles, things like that. But guess what? History repeated itself, and now we've gone back to blacked out windowsills, body color, door handles, body color, side mirrors. So this car is already giving you that from 10 years ago. Exactly 10 years ago. We're in 2023 right now as I'm filming this video, right? Overall, beautiful side design because there is absolutely nothing that you will think of, why are those curves there or why does it look the way it looks? No question at all. I think it was a beautifully designed car. Was very well accepted in every part of the world. Around the back, we have the chrome strip there, matching the Honda emblem, Corolla badging, and then the LE badging. No special edition or anything like that on this particular one. There is a trim level called S, which gives you side skirts and things like that. But I think for a Corolla, the simpler it looks, not speaking from 2023 because you now have so many options, but from back then, if you're picking up a Corolla, I think an LE with maybe a sunroof or so, which this one does have, and alloys, is just fine. You will buy a Corolla for reliability. You'll buy a Corolla for its fuel economy and the way it would simply take you from one place to another. Obviously not for power, nothing outside of what the Corolla name brings with itself. This is a 4-cylinder 1.8 liter engine. Horsepower doesn't matter, so I'm not going to give you the exact number there, but I do know it's somewhere under 140 horsepower there. So as we go inside, I just wanted to showcase one thing, which was heated side mirrors. So that's a really cool feature, especially if you live in snow or winter places. Door panel, pretty standard, but I like the curves that this door panel has. Aged well. Like I said, 10 years ago, they did pretty well for it to still be part of people's lives, as it is of mine, and it could very well be of yours. Good size cup holders, slant a bottle in that one, keep one up right here. 500 ml is probably the best size to keep there. No open drinks, of course. Standard controls, one touch up for just one window. Coming around here, you get your power adjusted seats for the driver with the lumbar support. Your fuel and your trunk release is from here. As we jump into the car, you can see that the interior itself has aged pretty well. It's nice, clean, looks well, drives well. So as I come inside, you could see back then, the more buttons the car had, the higher trim level it looked. No dual climate control, because obviously this is a compact car, you don't need that, but you could see all the AC and heat stuff is down here, all digital there. You also got the screen from Toyota, so I'm going to put the keys. This is how the key looked for pretty much, I think, for all Toyota sedans, outside of it being a push button start. This was the key that carried over for a while until like 2012 or something. But you could see that this is factory from Toyota. It even has built-in Google Maps. You wouldn't get this on every trim, but I think back when we got it, because we got it brand new, this was from Toyota. It has the Toyota Entune system. You can use your mobile phone like app to do that. It has Garmin Maps, I believe. Obviously bad resolution if we compare it to today, but it's there. It's got Bluetooth, things like that. You can see it's taking a while, but it's here. Digital. Nothing to mention here. Typical gauge cluster there. You've got the standard watch that you would get on a Camry and Corolla, and I think pretty much on all Toyotas. You had your USB, your aux. The car has Bluetooth as well. And then a little cubby here with a 12 volt, because I think back then people still plugged in GPSs, right? So here's that. Then you got the very controversial curvy knob of gear shift, but it still gave you the low gears too if you ever wanted to, you know, use those. Up here, or down here really, you get the cup holders. Small, but okay, this is a small car. A cubby. This part is flimsy, but otherwise it's a pretty solid car, you could see overall. Nice space for the driver, passenger. Mostly these cars are driven by solos, so you're not really hauling a family, but if you have to, you can. This is the only time I've ever going to open the glove compartment, because like I said, no one's really using the car, so there's no storage going on. But you could see they've tried to maximize the space within this car. From this view, it doesn't look like I'm sitting in a Corolla. It's got enough space like a minivan type of thing. Don't hold me on that. But otherwise, overall, pretty solid. And then you had the steering controls here for your entertainment and your Bluetooth, and then the ever so beautiful Honda's cruise system that Toyota's cruise system that sits there. Coming out of the back here, I'm going to do the trunk release from here as we go in the back to show that. But if we go in the back, we could see same idea with the door panel being as decent. I'm going to sit behind me at 5'9". Yeah. Not the brightest or the best of space, but also not the tightest. Like, you could sit through this. 4 people can go through. I wouldn't suggest go to like a 8-hour trip, but you can still make do if you had to, right? As long as the people ahead don't push their seats far back out. If you recall the video from yesterday on the Civic of 2023, there were no cup holders here. It was just in the door sills there. So you could see that there is a cup holder in the door sill there too, but watch this. you get 2 additional cup holders here. So Toyota did really well for thinking of the future and fighting it back even now with any other brand that doesn't give you 4 cup holders in the back, because that should be the norm. No armrest here, of course, but also another thing that Toyota from then fought back to Honda of today, especially Civic. When I showed you, the Civic was 100% drop or upright. Corolla still gave you a 60-40 split, and we'll be able to see that from the trunk there. So as you see the back, and as I'm exiting the back, it is a solid car to even have passengers, especially like little kids. If, you know, that's the family of 4, perfect car for being compact, perfect car for spending not crazy amount of money and still being able to go places in something that does look nice. Coming around the back, have the trunk popped open. There's, of course, no release of here, but you have the key insertion if you needed to do that. Trunk, for its size, it's pretty decent. I'll tell you the luggage that I've been able to haul in this. If you recall those luggages that come in like a big suitcase and a small suitcase and the carry-on, easily able to fit in, no problems at all. So a large suitcase is smaller, and then a carry-on and like a duffel bag should be just fine, just not too big and then other things around it. But if you've been able to fit more, let me know. Down below, you get your spare tire and the tools for that, and this is what I was talking about, the 60-40 split. So great practicality in a car of this size as well. So what is my final verdict on this car? If you're in the market for a used car, you do not want stress for another 5-6 years. Maybe you want a temp car for now, and then you plan on switching to a different car. You're buying this car for, let's say, any of your kids that are graduating high school, or you're a college student, you're going to need a car for college, but you don't want to break your bank. You also don't want stress of maintaining the car. This is going to be the car for you, along with, you can keep on side, let's say, the 2013 Civic in consideration. What that'll give you, if you go EX and up model, it'll give you the lane watch on the right side. It will also give you a little backup camera, which this one didn't, but you can always add those in the screen because this has space for it, right? But taking your $12,000 and spending it on a used car, if you want a compact car that is one Japanese, that is a Toyota, that is basically a living legend of reliability and great fuel economy with the current gas prices, Corolla should be on top of your list. Toyota did really well with this. It's aged well. It's still going strong. This one has 73,000 miles on it. It can go for another 200,000 on it should I keep maintaining it the way I have, with regular oil changes, your wear and tear maintenance, so your new tires, your brakes, things like that. The car is going to go longer than me. That is a fact. All right, everybody, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope this was helpful for those that are in the market for a used car. If you can find a silver color in this, I say you've basically locked a gem down, because it still will look newish. Don't call me on that, but overall, solid choice, solid car to keep, solid car to drive. It looks good even today. The only thing about Corolla, though, the car has its own personality. It won't rub on you. It just has its own personality. It does its own thing, but will take you to places, and you'll have fun in this car. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'll catch you guys in a later video. Take care.